Hello. Yes, good morning, everybody. So we are a few minutes late. We are supposed to have started already. We look at our chart quickly. We start off with USDJPY. USDJPY, we actually had a pin bar which was pointing downwards and pointing up. Instead of price continuing to the upper side, it actually declined to the lower side. We had this. Instead of price pushing to the upper side based on this candle here, it actually went to the lower side. So this, in my opinion, is a bit tricky, but then there's something which is being formed by shape of this here, trend line, and then you also have this as a very good trend line, resistance, a resistance, a support, a support, a support. What this means is that the price is likely heading to the upper side. So as long as the price does not breach below this trend line, this one, we actually expect it to proceed to the upper side. The idea is to look for buy positions as long as the price is being held by this supportive trend line. Expect price to proceed even further to the upper side. So on this one, USDJPY is a buy. 4 hours, we still have the same thing, but I want to push this lower. A support here, a support, and if price can come back to the same place, we look for a buy to the upper side. So as it is, this is a very good buy, but only if price can pull back up to this trend line. So if price can manage to get to that trend line, then we're going to look for a buy to the upper side. So this is like some wedge forming, a very good wedge formation. It's a contracting wedge, and as long as the price does not break below or above it, we are going to trade reversals, a sell from the top, buy from the bottom, a sell from the top, and then buy from the bottom. So we move forward to Euro USD. Yeah. USD so far is supposed to head downwards. The reason I'm saying downwards is this: we have a level there, a very good support the entire place. We had a break back to the same place, a resistance, continued down, and currently we are at the same resistance. So this is a very good place to sell from. As long as the price does not clearly ascend above it, you're looking for a sell. I'm going to add an indicator. So we have this massive sell here, but as we're speaking at the moment, there's no sign that we are either heading up or so down. So that means we leave the whole thing for price action. And this is the correct place to look for a sell from here. Want price to sell off from this point here. And in case it breaks above, then we expect it to continue even higher. So we had a support, downwards, a resistance, and a good place to sell from. So we move forward. GBP USD. This is how GBP looks. We start from weekly. So the previous week's candle, which is this one, is actually a bullish pin bar. This is a very good bullish pin bar. It is pointing upwards, which means the price is likely heading to the upper side, but the overall trend is down, as you can see. Basically, we are below a level here. A support, there's a break below. So as long as the price remains below this line, 1.2573, we expect a sell. So while the price is below this level, expect a sell off up to this level here. Up to this level, up to around 1.2058. So we'll move forward. SP500. We have SP500 here. So I've loaded it already on my screen. SP500 so far has been a buy for some times now. Price has been heading to the upper side, and we still expect even further move to the upper side. So we want to see if there are any changes we need to make to the previous position, the buy we are holding on to this index. We have this, as you can see, we've been suggesting a buy all through. So there's a level here that price went above, a resistance, it gapped above. Then we said price was supposed to fill this gap before proceed to the upper side. So far, That has not happened. Instead, the price is somehow oscillating above that level. It's yet to fill it. So this is still a good buy. I recommend you keep looking for buy positions. And from the indicator, we are upwards. The same indicator, we are still actively to the upper side. Then even on the forwards, we are still to the upper side. So this is a good buy. SP500 is a good buy. Continue holding on to a buy and expect price to proceed even now. So as long as the price remains below this, above these levels, we are upwards. And this is still a good buy. So if price can retrace back up to this point, we'll pick a buy. There's also a level here that if price can retrace back up to, then that will be the correct place to look for a buy from. So you either buy it within this zone or the next one or this one. So we'll move forward to our next symbol, which is Brent oil. So Brent oil so far is bullish. The price is heading to the upper side and we have a level here. So the line you're seeing moving on my screen is actually the ask line. Thus I want to delete it first of all. Resistance is a break above. Somehow we are still above it. So Brent oil is a buy as we're speaking. Pick a buy now. Have your stop loss below. And then your first take profit needs to be here. Then your next take profit needs to be here. And then you have the last one at the top. So on this chart, we're looking at this line here, 66.40, 68.81, 71.33, and then the last one is 72.64. So we move forward to our last chart, gold. So gold, so far we have like a shape forming, a resistance, a resistance, a resistance. We also have this from the lower side. As long as the price remains inside this wedge, we're going to trade. So if you didn't take a sell here, a buy there, you still have the chance to sell it there. Didn't buy it from the lower end here, you still had the chance to sell it here. So wait for price to pull back up to this level here, then you pick a sell towards the next level like this. So these are the place to sell from. You either sell from the top or you wait and buy from the low, and this is what you're going to do this week only. Reversal, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. So that's the only thing we are doing. We either sell from the bottom, the top, or we buy from the bottom. Either sell here or buy from the bottom, sell there or buy from the bottom. So thank you. That should bring us to the end of today's market overview. We meet again tomorrow at the same time.